Assalamu alaikum. So, as I was asked to give a spoken word piece, I was kind of contemplating what topic to do. And so, as Brother Azhar said that I run a chess academy on Sundays, so I asked my kids, asked my students, let's say Ahmed for example, I said, what do you think that I should talk about? And one of them said, child cruelty, talk about Harambe, the gorilla in Cincinnati. I was like, no, I can't do that Islamic command. But then I thought to myself, I think I've heard the name Harambe somewhere. And it got me thinking, one time when I was drinking like a root beer and then I came home with it, my mom was like, beer, Harambe! And I was like, okay, fine. Then another time I was like, okay, I think I've heard this name before somewhere else too. And then my uncle, who's like, he loves taking pictures, he's taking a picture and of course I come in between to try to take a selfie. Harambe! And I'm like, all right. And then the last time I remember hearing this was, and I think a lot of us had this, is after Friday prayer you walk out and your sandals, your shoes are missing. And I saw someone and I said, Harambe! Those are my shoes! So, anyhow, my topic for the poem is not about Harambe. Remember how we used to be. Remember how we used to be throughout history. Amazing, inspiring Islamic dynasty. Remember how so many died and still are dying in the name of Islam. Ask any imam, most equal to his people, no matter black or brown. Al-Sadiq, Al-Amin, and Nabi. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, said, heaven is under the feet of your mother. And I ask the youth here, how many of you have ever massaged the feet of your mother? The best of you are the best to your wife and family. Wallahi, he is the greatest man of humanity. My people, we are one of the lucky ones the world Muslims proclaim. With wars ravaging millions of Muslims globally, how can this change? We preach and practice peace, but doesn't it always feel like there's a war in the Middle East? Pain alone is part of the human condition. Did I mention, be forgiving. Living with anger is not living. It's not loving. Be resolute, absolutely positively hopeful in Allah, our Creator. A smile can be something a stranger is looking for. So, say cheese and smile often. A lot of aunties and uncles, you guys don't smile enough. We need you guys to smile more. Ignore the wrong and get a grip on your vices. If only we could just autocorrect them and turn them correct. Be poised and make noise with your words, niyat, and action. The war-stricken, poor, blind, deaf, and homeless need us. Listen to the insights of our leaders, speakers, and dreamers. We were never meant to live life apart from love, mercy, hope, and gratitude. So change your attitude and let haters keep hating. Just try and escape it. Our hurting youth just grow up and face it. They're forced to embrace it. They think less and love less. The hate then causes stress. No youth here should ever have to live life like this. It is said that hatred and jealousy are two traits that Allah hates. Our Prophet, people used to hate him, yet he forgave them, prayed for them, an orphan. Since youth, his Abu, Abdullah, died before his birth, and his mother, Amina, died when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, was just 6 years old. Parents, our kids must know the greatness of our ancestors and teach them to speak their mother tongue along with English, my dear brothers and sisters. So remember now, somehow we overcame and we are unbound. 6 feet above the underground where one day we all are bound. We are here. Our moments, our life with the wife, let us become what we are destined to be. Let now be our advent. Let us see others in ourselves and ourselves in others. Respect yourself and your elders. Be true to yourself and to your deen. Don't be mean. And if there's a fight, get in between. We must be the change we seek in our own movie scene. Follow the Sunnah and the Quran, and let that be your TV screen. The media may be against us at times. Be positive and do not commit crimes. Through trials, one develops mercy. Our Prophet ﷺ was tested so much, he even saw death in the form of his baby. Multiple times the Prophet lost his sons at an early age, as he was the seal of the prophets, and surely his sons would have been great men, and men may have followed. So, we leave things in the hands of Allah, and it was the will of Allah. So remember who we were now. Somehow our immigrant parents overcame the trials and tribulations, the racism and stories of discrimination. Uncharted lands, we are unbound. Test the boundaries. Hope belongs to us all. Remember it, share it, send it, feel it. Let us remember what we have in our lives and ease of living. Let us help the needy and never be greedy. Let now be our time. Become what this world doesn't think you can become, O youth who are sitting here watching and listening. We burn brightest when we love our neighbors and fight looks with smiles, fight rudeness with kindness, fight racism with intelligence, and fight pessimism with optimism. Who we are has no bearing on what we can and will be. I accept any challenge, so challenge me. We must begin to see us in the bigger context. So text this. We got one life at this. And in this world, there's only one race. The human race. We are faced with seemingly hard times. The burden seems immense, so far above us. Use love as self-defense. This is home for some. All of our stories will begin and end right here. Our strength to turn the impossible to possible, reject uncertainty, is amongst us. Act with confidence and your youth will follow us. Each individual story is equally important. Our stories may differ. Our goals are the same. We are connected to one another. We are bound. Let gratitude always be found on your lips, and give, give, and give. To be thankful is always mannerful. So thank you, South Florida. Thank you, Intensive Dean Foundation. Thank you all.